Hello and welcome back to Sherwood Park Toyota. Today we're looking at a Toyota Sienna LE in the color white. Let's take a look. Starting up front, underneath the hood, you will find the gas component of the hybrid energy system. It is a 2.5-liter 4-cylinder engine, automatic transmission, gets up to 245 horsepower, 263 pound-foot of torque, and towing capacity up to 3,500 pounds. Up front, you've got your LED headlights, customary daytime running lights, and that blue Toyota hybrid logo. Onto the side here, got 17-inch alloy wheels. Then you'll find up top that there is black roof rack installed on this unit, and all of your rear windows come with factory tinting. Approaching the back, on the right-hand side, you have your LE hybrid trim level badge. On the left-hand side, you have the all-wheel drive badge, Sienna logo the whole way across the back, and if you look straight down from these, you'll find your backup camera. To open up your cargo space here, reach next to the camera and press the button and lift upwards. Inside, of course, we have both the second and third row seating. Second row seating has a 40-20-40 split, meaning this middle section can function independently from the other two sides. We'll take a closer look at that feature when we get up there. For the third row seating, it has a 60-40 split on the right-hand side, allowing these two sides to function separately. For the third row seating occupants, they have access to plenty of their own cup holder space as well as chargers. Then the seats themselves have a couple different options for the setup arrangements. There are diagrams showing these options and how to achieve them using the handles on the back of the seats. One of them is to just fold it down flat like we have the right-hand side here. The other is to keep it upright. And then the third option is to stow it away down here. It will create a flat space all the way across the back. If you have both down at once, it creates a large amount of space back here with a lot of room up to the head, or rather the roof of the ceiling here too. Then, as you can see, we have lots of deep storage all the way through on the bottom here. On the right-hand side, behind this little false wall, is where you'll be able to find your battery should you ever need it. To close up your space back here, you can reach up to the handle on the right-hand side and pull your trunk back down into starting position. Next, let's go take a look at the inside. So to access it, in through this handle, you got a couple options. One is to pull on the handle and it will automatically slide over. The other is to press the button. So if you give it a press, it will automatically move right over for you. Inside here, your second row seat, or rather your interior upholstery here, is the gray cloth. It has this heathered effect on the inside panels. On the side of the seat is where you'll find the different adjustments for moving the seat around. As you can see, there are these tracks on the floor, which gives the seat a large amount of room to be able to move back and forth. And of course, using this handle here, you can also fold it forward, just like how we had the rear seat space. If you want to move this middle section separately, you have this little labeled number 1 handle. You can give that a pull and you'll see it collapse inward for any adjustment you want. And then there's further adjustments down in front too. Now, looking up overhead, you'll find access to the third zone air conditioning control panel. This allows your second and third row occupants to control their own temperature, fan speed, and mode. This can be controlled from up front, and we'll take a look at that when we get up there. On the back of your front passenger and front driver seats, you've got pouch storage. Back of the console, you have your charger ports and cup holders down below. And currently, we have these Sienna rubber mats installed in this unit. To close the door, you've got more options even than from before. One of them is choosing either one of the two methods we talked about up front. On the inside, you have another handle. You can reach in and pull on this. Or if you look right underneath of the inside handles, you'll find this little glowing blue square. So straight down, there it is. If you give that a press, it will then allow this to fold in again. Now, inside of your driver's door, power windows for front and back, window lock, power lock system, side mirror controls, lots of storage options. Your front driver's seat is electronically adjustable, back, front, and up, down. Hood release latch on the bottom left-hand corner of your dash. On top of that, controls for your gas release and power door off. This way it can only be controlled from the outside or the easily accessible panel up top there. On top of these guys, you have your traction control, automatic headlamps, heated leather steering wheel control, dash brightness, odometer trip, and a little storage shelf up top. Steering wheel itself is black leather with black stitching. Then, left-hand side, controls are for your dash, hands-free communication, and volume control. Right-hand side, radio controls in the bottom, adaptive cruise control up top, which includes both sonar and lane departure. In the middle here is your infotainment display screen. This is where you go to access much of the information about your daily driving experience. Then you have your menu settings, so you have access to your audio phone app projection info. You have climate display up top here, so you can see the outside temperature and a couple other options, including the Eco Heat Cool setting, and then your options themselves, which again, Eco Heat Cool setting, you have your sync and your AC here too. Then you have your setup and display. Setup is all of your specifics, so everything from personal profile, your Bluetooth, audio phone, voice, clock, theme color settings, etc. Then audio listening, AM and FM radio, full Bluetooth connectivity, and optional USB adapters. At the bottom is your optional navigation. You can choose to connect that through Toyota Connected Services. Right hand side is all of your radio controls, tune scroll on the bottom right, volume control on the bottom left, climate control center in the middle. Up front, you've got dual climate control, so this can either have things all synced up to work together in unison. You're also able to sync up your rear space if you want to, so it will work just the same as having your front, or you can desync things so that everybody can function independently. Lots of options to make sure that everybody's comfortable at all times. Also have 3 variant levels, 4 heated seat controls for driver and front passenger, defrost for your front and rear windshield right in the middle. Left of this is your 4-ways and push start ignition. You've got a little USB adapter right there. Shelf space goes the whole way across the dash, and you have a little divider on the right hand side in the middle, so that if you put something on one side and then go around a corner, it's not going to go sliding all the way down out of reach on the other end. Then storage and cup holder spaces. You have your gear shift, parking brake, driving mode, including EV mode. Behind that, you've got this little pop-away cup holder, and then the console. So you press the button, this flips open. Lots and lots of storage. You can reach all the way down inside. A couple of additional chargers, and you'll find this little cutout right above it, so that when you have it closed, your cords aren't going to get cut off. Down below, you have extra storage here, including a 12-volt adapter. Then, looking forward, down below, you've got a lockable glove box. And up overhead, first off, you have this little gadget that helps you to keep an eye on your rear seat passengers without having to use the rear view mirror to do so. Then you have your overhead lighting controls and the release for either side power door. Thanks again, folks, for joining us on this full video tour for this Toyota Sienna LE all-wheel drive in the color white. It is located here at Sherwood Park Toyota at 31 Automobile Road in Sherwood Park, Alberta. You can also reach us at 780-306-7703. And remember, life is full of choices. Let us be yours.